Good morning. Welcome back to Indulgence with Dr. T. Hope you guys are having a wonderful morning so far. Uh, Today, what I have for you is two Charlotte Tilbury palettes. I'm very excited to show you guys today on this Thirsty Thursday. So, Thirsty Thursdays is going to be just showing you guys things that I've been really wanting or really excited about, whatever I have that's brand new. Um, and so that's what today is all about is these two. So the Starry Eyes to Hypnotize, I believe, was the holiday palette from Charlotte Tilbury last year, and I never ended up getting it just because looking at the colors, I was like, probably wouldn't show up on my skin tone. So I never ended up getting it, and then I saw this palette come out recently, and I was intrigued by the colors that I saw. I was intrigued by how well the colors appeared to perform on deeper skin tones just on the website and some other um, things that I've been looking at. And so I figured I might as well get this just to try it out because I was curious for myself. And then since I was just curious about the eyeshadows in general, I figured I would get this one to compare it to and see if either one of them work for me. So far, I have gotten a chance to play with the Starry Eyes to Hypnotize, and the only colors I really played with were the ones on this half of the palette, and they actually performed really well. So the colors are arranged in sets of three, and that's how she suggests that you use them. Of course, you don't have to use them in any particular way. But I used mostly these colors just yesterday, and they all showed up really well. So I was very impressed. I have not gotten a chance to play with this side yet. I will swatch all of these for you today, as well as the newer palette, the holiday palette for this year, which let me go ahead and show you that one. So that is this one, which is the Bejewelled Eyes to Hypnotize palette. And let's get this open for you. And the colors just looked really pretty. And so they are not bright winter colors. Let me get rid of this thing for you so you can see the colors better. So yeah, they're not bright winter colors, which you guys know I love my bright jewel toned colors as for my personal color analysis. I'm a bright winter. But I don't stick to it strictly. I like to, play with lots of different things. And so I'm excited to try this out for you guys today. So I will start with swatches. I guess I'll just swatch this palette on this arm, and then I'll do the Starry Eyes Hypnotize on this arm, and then I'll do one eye look probably using this palette, and then I'll work on doing some more looks throughout next week or the weekend for you guys. So that being said, so this first trio here is called Happy Glow, and I think for the most part, each of the trios has like two sort of metallic or satin shades and then one matte. So these two are the metallic shades and the matte. This one seems like they're all sort of satin shades, and then or these two are metallic-ish, and this middle one is the metallic. It's the matte here, and then these two are sort of metallic or satin. Let's see if there's any other description on here. Nah, everything else is just the ingredients and such. And then it comes with these little placards that tell you how she suggests that you use them. It says 1, 2, and 3, which is notes the order in which she suggests that you put them on. So the first one is your prime, which she uses as the under the brow sort of highlight area, and then the inner corner. 2 is usually what they want you to use for the majority of the your crease, and then 3 is your sort of main lid color, and then you can sometimes, if you have the little quads, number 3 is usually the color to deepen your crease, and then 4 is the color um, that is to like smoke out and stuff. So it's similar but different. All right. So that being said, let's start with the first color. I don't know that does each color have its own name? It does not appear that each color has its own name. So they're just named by the set of three. So these three are the Happy Glow shades. So let's start with this first one. And I am notoriously terrible at swatching, so I will do my best to keep them where you can actually see them. This is Happy Glow, which is the second color, and it's the matte. Okay, and just as a reminder, I don't necessarily judge a palette by how it swatches because the way that you swatch is not exactly the same way that you're going to put something on your eyes. And so just because something may or may not swatch good or terribly doesn't mean that it's going to perform poor or well on your eyes. So this is just for the sake of seeing the colors if you really wanted to see what the colors look like just on their own and swatched. So far so good. I am pleased with how well the colors are showing up on my skin tone. Um, Now I'm going into these three, the Love Glow trio. So let me try not to make a mess here. So, you focus. Okay, there we go. There's the next color. So that's a really pretty pink. This is the next one, Love Glow trio. Let me put this down. And then this is the matte shade that goes with those. Kind of, sort of. Get a little bit more of that here. So those three are really pretty. I could see myself using those three a lot. The next three is the Dream Glow. So that's these three colors right here. So again, this was the first three that I used. I don't think I showed you guys a close-up of those before. And we just did the Love Glow, and now we're on to those purpley colors. Maybe. You're gonna focus? Oh, you know what? It's focusing on my nails. How do I make you not focus on my nails? Stop it. There you go. All right. Here we go. So this is Dream Glow Trio. So one thing I'm noticing is that at least on my skin tone, a lot of these colors are looking just about the same, at least on camera. This one duochrome? Oh, this one is a duochrome. So it looks pink, but it shifts to a purple color, which I noticed after I was swatching it when I disturbed the color in the pan, it changed colors. I don't know if you can quite see that on camera, but it's very pretty in person. All right, so next color. All right, so that's those three. And now it's the last three, which is the tan sort of brown colors, which is the Seduce Glow. There. Okay, so fingers clean. Like that. The next one is a matte brown. Is it on there? Oh, it's on there. It's just very, I guess, close to the skin tone of my arm. You can barely see it. And then, lastly, another metallic, which is really pretty. So those last three colors are difficult to see on my skin tone, I feel. All right, so that is that palette. So now let me swatch the other one for you. All right, so this one is these colors here. And I will start with the Happy Glow colors, which I guess they're called the same thing. I guess it's, right? These are Happy Glow. I know Seduce Glow is the same, Love Glow is the same, Dream Glow is the same. Let me make sure. Yeah, so I guess they just go with the moods or something. I guess they're kind of similar-esque. I don't know. Okay. Moving right along. So let me take my watch off so that you can see these better. All right. So Happy Glow. That's the first one. The second one. And then that matte shade. Get a little bit more of that matte one on there for you. Again, just because something doesn't swatch great doesn't mean it's not going to perform extremely well in the eyes. Kind of see that one. All right, next is the Love Glow Trio. And this one is similar to me to the Love Glow Trio in the Bejewelled Eyes to Hypnotize, but I feel like this one is a little more impactful, I think, in color than this trio, which putting them sort of side by side there. And this one seems to be a little bit more peachy, that middle color, and this one, that darker color, the matte, is more red in tone. All right, so the Dream Glow, which is a set of like purple, the Dream Glow and the Bejewelled, no, what? I'm getting confused. Okay, and the Starry Eyes Hypnotise palette is more of like a green trio, so different than the other palette, which is more purple lavender leaning. So there's that. There's that. And then the greenest of the three is that color there. So those are also very pretty. And like I said, I used these yesterday and they were really nice together. And mainly used them with the Seduce Glow, which is the last three colors I'm going to use. And I really, really liked these three colors, probably the most out of the palette. So this one is kind of just silver. I think these colors are really where the Starry Eyes name came from, or that the name inspired these three colors. So this one's like a plain silver. This one's a light blue. And then lastly, this color is a navy blue. I was very impressed with those last colors there. So here are both palettes swatched side by side. At least with the first half of the palette, they are very similar, I feel. I think that's probably on purpose, because if like a lot of like sort of plain nudie type of looks, where you're like more tame, more conservative with your eye looks, then this probably half of the palette is kind of your sort of everyday go-to colors, and then just a little bit of drama in the latter half of the palette for nighttime or going out or doing something fun. So really the question is to kind of decide between these two palettes, which one would serve you better. I think for the sort of the nighttime sort of or evening or more catchy colors. So far, I would not say that you need both unless you really feel like you need the latter half of both palettes. For me, I like the first half of this palette better than I like the first half of this palette. If I could switch these pans with these pans, I would much prefer the palettes. I put the latter half of this one with the first half of this one to get a palette that I would find more use out of. So I actually don't know if these can come out. I doubt that they're made to come out. Maybe I'll try popping them out and making my own palette the way that I want to. But that is a task for another day. So today what I'm going to do is use this palette to do an eye look. And I'm going to use... I could try to just use... I can do all 4 looks. I'm going to try that. If I have time, we shall see. All right, and then another day I'll do the 4 looks in this palette. And then I'll link somewhere the video that we did, or that I did on using those lighter shades somewhere about. All right, so let me get all this stuff out of the way. I've already got down my primer. Oh, and then the lip gloss that I'm wearing is also Charlotte Tilbury, the Walk of No Shame lip gloss, which I am liking. It's got a little bit of a pink tint to it. I guess I could swatch this for you as well. So, first of all, this is what this looks like. Very pretty. Very pretty packaging. And here's a swatch of the lip gloss. Yeah, really pretty. And of course, what looks like on the lips. And so, let's see here. I think this color with this lip gloss will go fine with no matter which one of these color schemes. Colors. Pardon. Color schemes that I go with. It seems like it would go well. Okay, anyways. I got on my foundation already. I used my Chantecaille Carob foundation, and I used my concealer, the Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer in the shade... It wasn't this one. This was Toffee, but I used the other shade that I had, Mahogany. It's because I needed to bring a little bit. I felt like I was looking a little bit orange this morning, and even now it still seems kind of warm compared to my chest. Not terribly bad of a match, but I don't know. I just felt like for whatever reason I was looking a little red today. I feel like I've been looking a little bit red in pretty much all of my foundations this past week. You know what? Maybe it's because I spent so much time in the sun lately with my kids going out to the splash pad. So maybe my skin tone actually is a little bit different than it normally is. It's probably a little darker, and so now things are just showing up a little bit red on me. So now that I think about it, it makes sense. All right, so I got my Fenty eyeshadow primer down. So So I'll just use this first color, and I'll use them in the way that she normally recommends for them to be used, just so you can get an idea of what they would look like, particularly if you're not a big makeup person. And she tries to make it easy for you, especially if you're not used to wearing makeup and how to put these things on. So I will use them the way that she suggests, just for the sake of doing so. All right. So let me make sure that I am recalling correctly. You know what? I think she writes it on the back of the palette. Sure does. It's right there. The instructions for how to use it. So, 1 is prime, 2 is enhance, and 3 is smoke. Okay. So, with the Happy Glow trio, these light sort of tan colors, we'll go with those first. And I'm going to use my Hakuhodo brush. And I don't even have an arch, so I'm not gonna, try to do anything fancy with this. Just put it, in that area. And also here, she says, there's sort of inner corner color. Next is the enhance color, which is your sort of your crease shade. I actually wonder if in this palette the prime actually means to use it as your main lid color. I think that's probably what she means. And then, because number 1, 2, so 3 is supposed to be your smoke shade, which is interesting. And that was my Refer 01. And I'm going to go with my Refer 14. I'm just going to use this on the rest of the lid. I'm not exactly sure how she intends for these to be used, but hey. And then kind of blend that up into here. So this is what we got. I'll blend this a little bit more. I feel like it's just a big old bright spot. Let me get a fluffy brush. Mm-hmm. That's not it. What are you? No. Let's go with this one. This is my Refer 15. Just making sure that's clean. I'm going to get more of the matte shade to kind of finish up this crease here. Okay. So, I don't know. And that's what that looks like. I can see the appeal if you are someone that doesn't really like to wear a whole lot of makeup or have a lot of bright colors on. It's a nice little neutral look, and it does, for the most part, show up on my skin tone. So there's that. All right, so I'm going to clean off these 4 brushes because I feel like I'm probably going to just end up using the same ones on each eye. I've got my little Sephora color switcher thingamabob here. Clean off these colors. And then my little towel to make sure they are actually clean. And they are. So we'll do the next set of 3 colors on this eye. So same thing, I'm going to use this color to do the inner corner. And this sort of area up here, which again, I am probably not doing correctly. Well, yes, my normal disclaimer, this is not an instructional type of channel. I am not teaching you how to do your makeup. If you came here looking for tutorials, I am deeply apologetic that you ended up here. This is not what this channel is about. It's not about how to do makeup. My channel is essentially how different things look like on deeper skin tones. So a lot of luxury or high-end brands, they have a lot of great demos online, but not necessarily on women of my skin tone. And so that's what I am here to show you. So different things that I rarely see on deeper complexions on YouTube. And I was probably going to buy all this stuff anyway, so I figured might as well show people what they look like. So this is that Enhance shade number 2, which I'm going to use mostly just all over the lid and a little bit into the crease area. This is that Enhance color. And then number 3 is the Smoke color. So I'm going to get that more in the crease and deepen that sort of socket area with that color. I'm going to get my fluffy brush and fill that in up here too. So I am really impressed with how this one is showing up on my skin tone. I was not thinking that it would show up as nicely as it is. I am not a fan of this little weird area up here. Maybe that's just with the quads that color is supposed to go up there, but I think in reality I'm just not a person, because I don't do my eyebrows anyway, like in any kind of fancy way. So highlighting my eyebrow arch or whatever just doesn't seem like I'm gonna stop doing that because it's just not really doing anything, I think, for my eyes. And I really don't need to spend so much time making sure that this looks any kind of way, because I'm just going to take it off, do the next set of swatches. Bring some of that back here. All right, so I really like that one. Oh, I might have been a little overzealous with that. Well, maybe not. I think it's just that it being right next to this brighter color makes this part look a little bit even deeper than what it actually is. But I do, like I said, I do appreciate the depth that I was able to achieve with that color. That's interesting. All right, so let me get these off with little, oh, my little makeup remover sponges are in the wash. So I'm just going to use one of these little square things. And where is, oh, right in front of me, my Bioderma makeup remover stuff. So again, let me wipe off the lip gloss so it's not confusing. So these first 3 colors are these shades here. And then the second 3 colors, this is how they performed on the eyes. All right, let's get these off. Try not to be too rough. Most likely I'm going to take this off yet again after the second shadow so I can actually do whatever look I'm going to do for the day, which I'm tempted to actually go back to this red look. Or pink, whatever, what is it? The love glow in here. And I'm going to figure out if I can mix these palettes together in some way. Okay, I'm messing up my foundation, but that's all right. I'll fix it later. So let me use some more of the eyeshadow primer. I feel like this side still has a little bit of that other colors on it. There you go. Seems better. Oh, and then this would cover up whatever is left anyway. Which is sometimes what I do if I've like royally messed up my eyeshadow. I'll just put down some more primer and then just go over it with the next set of colors. I think I'm getting alert fatigue from my phone. There's always so much stuff that people are trying to tell you. There's always so much garbage from social media with the debates this past week or this week. Oh my god. Yes, I'm ready. Thank you. Let me put this somewhere. It's not next to the microphone. All right, great. So now we're going to do the Dream Glow Trio. I'm not going to do that weird Archie thing. And let's go with, I'm going to use the Rougher 14 to put that color right here. I'm going to use my Refer, no, not that one. Let's go with the Refer 01 to get this. Actually, I'm going to use my finger to put this duochrome shade on the majority of the lid. And then the Smoke shade, that is a deep purple to get all up in the crease. Get my more fluffy one. And there is a bit of kickback using these three. That doesn't bother me. Not bother some people for whatever reason. So just wanted you to be aware of that. But, you know, just, it's a big deal. To me, it is not. So that is really pretty. And I did not do that weird eyebrow thing. I'm going to get a little bit more of this to bring that sort of back. There we go. And so, as a purple lover, you know that I'm not going to have anything, you know, particularly negative to say about this. It is not as bright of purples as I usually go for, but I don't think that it is an unattractive set of, you know, purple leaning lavender type of colors. And that duochrome color is really interesting. I don't think you're seeing the shift as nicely on camera as you do it in person. But yeah, I think it's really pretty. So yeah, there's that. All right, and then the last one is the Seduce Glow, which is the one I'm the most skeptical about. Just because the colors are not too far from my skin tone in general. I mean, I'm definitely not, you know, this bright color, but I don't know. I'm just curious to see how they're going to perform on the lids. All right, brush is clean. We'll use the prime shade. We'll get that over here. And I was not very neat with that, but there you go. Let me use the 01. Get this matte shade everywhere else. This is interesting. I'm convinced that this is different than how they're supposed to be used, because why are they in different orders? So in these two, the matte shade is the middle, and then there's a shiny shade at the end. That's supposed to be your smoke shade. Huh. And then the last color with my fluffy Rephr 15 brush to do the smoking, I suppose. Whereas it seems that the matte color is probably more smoky, but whatever. I'm gonna follow the instructions and see how it comes out. And I'm going in for more just because I can't really tell if I'm getting any on my skin or not. I guess. Let me stop messing with that. I think I've got that actually everywhere by trying to see it better. So, okay, it's they're on. They are there. They exist. I'm not terribly in love with these. Just because I have so many other like rich brown, and I have a lot of similar colors that are deeper or work better for me or are more apparent on my skin tone. So I'm not a huge fan of these particular three colors, although I am liking the middle of this palette. And even this one was really, apparent on my skin tone. I want to try this eye over again using the colors in a different way. In the way I would normally use them, because I'm not sure that I would use them the way that I believe the instructions said to use them. Maybe I was following the instructions wrong. That is always a possibility. Like I said, I don't know what I be doing. I just do whatever. Generally. Let me get this Bioderma again to clean off this eye. And at some point, I'll fix my foundation up again. Woohoo! Made it into the trash. Okay. Which for me is an accomplishment. I have no aim, athletic ability. My sense of direction is terrible. So to be able to drop something into the garbage can accurately was a feat. Okay, so here is that. I'm putting that primer down again. And probably don't need to clean the brushes because it's just the same three colors. I'm going to use them. Alright, so how would I normally use these? I think, yeah, I would use this color as the main color on my lid. I'm going to do that. got a little bit in the bottom there. Okay, then I would use this color for the crease. So we're going to do and like I said, there's no right or wrong way to do it. So if you want to do it the way how she said to do it, do your thing. Do it the way you want. For me, this is just generally how I like my makeup to look, and so I'm doing it the way that works for me generally. So I'm liking that much better so far. And then I would use a pencil brush wherever I may find one. Here we go. To use this brightest of the three colors, or lightest, for the inner corner. Shoot, put the wrong color on there. Let's clean that off. Let's go back into that color. There. Better. And then I would use, I'm going to use this color along the bottom lash line and blend it up into the tail here. So, yeah. So still not like super bright or impactful of a look, but for me feels better as how I would normally wear those shades. I feel like something weird. One second. Let me clean the photo. Oh, you know what? I think because my foundation came up over here, it's just making things lay down weird. Okay. Some more like that was going on there. Yeah, I'll have to fix that. But in any case, yeah, it's just, to me, it's just okay. Like, I would not probably reach for those colors on any kind of regular basis, anyways. So, that being said, let me get all this stuff off. And you know what? Let me try this too. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Walk of No Shame, I don't know, pot of stuff. It's like a cream shadow. Mm-hmm. Really pretty. That's what that looks like right there. This one. So let me add that to this and see how I like that. I think it's mostly used as like a topper shade. Okay, that brings a little life to the party. So there's that. But I don't know, something still seems to be lacking with that eye. I feel like because that brown is so close to my skin tone, it just doesn't look like I even have anything in my crease really. You could tell in this like area up here that that's it. Hmm. This is my Charlotte Tilbury Welcome No Shame palette. I want to try using this color here in my crease with these colors and see how I like that. I don't know if it's making much of a difference just because I have that first color on there. It did make it a little redder, more apparent, I think. And so overall, I like this now better than I did originally, with just the three that are in the palette. So long story short, not gonna really probably be using those three colors together consistently. I'm probably mixing them with other things just to make them more useful than what they are on my skin tone on their own. Well, for me, because I actually like, well, a lot of people like to wear their makeup so that you can't tell that they're wearing makeup, which is cool. That's just not me. I go for a lot more bold sort of looks. And so for me, that wasn't the best combination. All right. Get all this off. And let me get that concealer back. I think this time I will use toffee just because I need some more coverage, like where I took off a bunch of my foundation. And this one is more close to my foundation shade than the mahogany is. There we go. Get rid of that weird look over here where my foundation had come off. Oh yeah, so much better. I feel better, so much better. Okay, wonderful. Looking more like myself again, okay? And let's get this on. Oops. I really need to go buy some more of this today. Pat that down. And then I'm just going to use the colors the way that I want to. No more following the instructions or the supposed instructions that I may have completely made up inside of my head. Oh, so actually now that I'm holding the quads, so you can see how they're a little bit different. How this one has the four. The instructions are okay. The instructions are in four of how to use the quad. So this had the addition of, so number one was prime, two was enhance, three is pop. No, three is smoke, and four is pop. It's clockwise. So 1, 2, 3, and then 4. So there you go. The palettes, instant eyes, or whatever, are different than the quads. So, as we have determined, this color is extremely pretty in the crease. So I'm going to use that color there. And I think I'm going to put this one as, I'm going to use this one somehow. And then I'll probably go over to this color or one of these for the inner corner. I don't know. We'll see. I'm just gonna use all of them just the way that I want to, just however. So let me start with. Okay, that's better. I'm gonna start with this color here. Make sure this is clean. And pop that out here. I put this down. Use my actual mirrors. I don't use this one. I'll use this one. I can easily reach it. Yeah, I think that's probably better for me to see and for you to see what I'm doing. But again, not a tutorial, just showing you what I'm doing just because that's what I'm used to doing. And I don't do tutorials because I don't follow a whole lot of the rules. I just put on my makeup the way I want to. And so that's why I say these are not tutorials. I am not a makeup artist. I don't know much of anything about makeup except that I like playing with it. And so, go to other places for your actual tutorials on how to get the looks that you want. This is just me doing what I like to do just because it's fun and that's it. All right, so I think we've got our outer areas for both sides done. Okay, so next I'm going to use this, whatever this is, my Refer 01, and I'm going to go with this purple color. I'm going to go back in the crease, but I want to keep this a little bit closer and like right in the sort of socket area. I'm trying not to pack on way too much. But you know me, there's no such thing as too much eyeshadow. Well, I'm sure there must be. What's that character, Mimi on the Drew Carey show? That was a bit much. So I try not to look exactly like that, but I did like the color she used to use. In hindsight. All right, I'm going to go back with the fluffier brush and still use that purple, but to fill in the rest of the crease. I'm blending it with that redder color I used on the outside. So I like this. So far, it's not a super bright, purpley look, but it is, I like it. It's a really nice sort of blend. All right, so the main lid color that I want to use is what? So I want to use that duochrome color. I'm going to start with the duochrome color. Put that like on the outermost sort of area, like if I was dividing my eye into thirds. So like that sort of outer third out into that outer V. So there's that. Then I'm going to use this pinky color in the middle third. Also applying with my finger. I do like how easily these colors apply, regardless of whether or not they look good on my skin tone. The quality of the shadows is definitely there. There's that. I feel like I need to bring some more of that duochrome color back. I'm going to use this, the Refer 14, just to blend that better. Transition into that pink. Yeah, that's better. Okay, and then my pencil brush to use this color for the inner corner. Oh boy. And I realize now that I have skipped an area. What color do I want to use in that area that I skipped right here? I feel like I should go with this color, but I have not used any of these, so I guess I'll use this one. I'm going again with that Refer 14. Actually, that might be a really good place to put that enhanced shade. Oh, well, anyways, I'll try this first and then I'll put that enhanced over it. Not enhanced, but what are they called? Whatever this stuff is. The Walk of No Shame pod thing. Okay, what it is called. Okay, that's not bad. That's kind of pretty. See, I like those colors by themselves. I think the problem with, for me, these colors at the end is that I just don't like this color. I think I can use these two. This one, I just don't know that I have much use for. I can see it being used on a much lighter skinned person to make a good deal of smoke. With on me, it just kind of blended into nothingness. Which, I mean, I can't blame her. Charlotte doesn't know me, so she probably was not thinking about what would look best on my skin tone when she was making her palette. All right. So I do really like this so far. What do I want to do? I don't think that this was a duochrome color, but I do like, because it's metallic, how it kind of looks brighter at different angles. Yeah, I like that a lot. Okay, I am going to enhance that color with a little Walk of No Shame. I'm causing catastrophe with this stuff. It's a Furchester catastrophe. Oh yeah, it's really pretty. Ooh, I like that extra. I don't know what this stuff does exactly or what it is, but I love how it kind of just takes whatever is under it and like makes it like pow. Oh, love that. Okay. Oh, did I put too much? I may have put too much. I'm a little overexcited. Okay. And I have not done anything on the bottom lash line. Let's go with the purple color again because, hey, it's purple. Oh, okay, now I'm going to keep that purple towards the outer part, and then I'm going to use the duochrome for the rest of the bottom lash line. Just because, why not? I mean, like, that's it, why not? It's there, it's pretty. May as well. All right, so now I'm going into that duochrome color to use it on the rest of the bottom lash. Making my weird faces. And I got some eyeshadow on my contacts. Which, shout out to the Lens Direct. I love getting my contacts from them. All right. So now what do I want to do for eyeliner and such? I don't know what I want. I feel like brown might be best at this juncture. But I think the brown one that I want, Space Cookie, is not in my sights. Oh, it was right in front of me, of course. All right, so here is, let me make sure this is called Space Cookie, first of all. What is your name? What is your name? Yes, Space Cookie. From Fenty. And it's a nice sort of shiny brown. I think it's got some, not exactly glitter in it, but some kind of, something that makes it kind of shiny a little bit. Excuse me. Next time I get scroll. Are you ever afraid you're going to take your own eye out with these things? I am. I'm always afraid I'm going to slip and do something terrible to my eye. Don't do this to your eye. I'm sure stretching it and such is not good for you. But this is what works for me. But don't do that. It's not good. Alright. I feel like, I don't know, something is going on strange in this side of my face today. Things are not either staying where they're supposed to be or something. I don't know. Mascara. Let's go with my. Oh, you know what I have not used in a while is my Chantecaille mascara. Let's do that. I'm gonna get most of this product off of it. Off of the brush, I mean. And then, yeah, there we go. Get it loaded with as much mascara as I normally like. There we go. It pulled out a lot, so if you like a real heavy application, and this is a kind of formula and brush for you. I like mine a little bit, a little less dramatic. I just want my eyelashes to be, apparent without being, terribly thick and goopy. And my eyelashes are really curly, so I don't tend to get a lot of benefit from the lengthening effect of mascaras anyway. It's because my eyelashes just turn right back around onto themselves, so they don't go outwards and get long and pretty. So I just want them to show up. Just show that they're there. You don't have to play, just be present. All right. So here's what we've got so far. And I'm going to leave my lips essentially the same. Maybe I'll add a little bit of a lip liner. Maybe. I'll put that right there, just in case I decide to come back for it. All right. And then for cheeks today, I wanted to use my Kier Weiss blush I got from Beautylish. That's a very pretty color. Let's go with since it's cream blush, I'm going to use one of my natural hair brushes that's undyed. My Rephr 05. I like that. It's not, crazy bright, which is what I wanted with the eye look, something that kind of went with a lesser intensity than the eyes. And the eyes are not super intense, which is kind of, I think, the thing with Charlotte Tilbury is like they're not super bold. And so if you like that sort of more subtle aesthetic in general, that might be a brand for you to check out. Feel like something's weird's happening. This whole side of my face is just not cooperating today at all. At all. Okay. I feel like it all deposited in a straight line as opposed to over here where it all kind of blended out properly. Let me get another. This is what I really like about this little compact. It's so nifty. We're talking about nifty. So you just slide that out, and then the back part, like for if you're traveling and stuff, it has a little mirror on it. So yeah, it's very cute. I just love this little container. And I'm gonna get a different brush here that doesn't have any products, and just kind of move this around so that it is better. There we go. That's much better. It's not all just like one line on my face. It's weird. All right, highlights. I wonder if I can use this stuff as a highlight. I'm gonna try it. I just really like whatever's in this pot. I'm gonna use this, my Sonia G Fan Pro I'm just kind of going there with it. I don't really know if it's picking up any product. I hope so. Hmm, I actually can't tell if it did or not, which means I'm going to end up doing something else. Oh, well, this side I can tell. Maybe it's because of the lighting. The light hits my face on this side compared to the other. Okay, yeah, there it goes. But I feel like I need something else. What do I want? What is this? One of my go-tos. My Fenty Cognac Candy. Balmy something or other. Yeah, there we go. That's what I want. I'll mix it with the other color I put down. And this is my BK Beauty 108 brush. Yeah, I like that. Let's see what else would I missing. This is my Laura Mercier finishing powder, or setting powder rather. I'm not going to use finishing powder today. Just don't feel like it. And this is my BK Beauty 105 brush. Let's get this powder on here. Let me just set everything. Oh, and I also today had used a little bit of contour, which I don't normally do, with, what did I use? Where'd it go? Is it contour or is it bronzer? It's actually bronzer. Yeah, my Fenty Cheeks Out cream bronzer. But I use it as a contour just because it's so cool on my skin tone. I really do like it, but it's just too cool for a bronzer for me. So I put that under there. Just a tad, just a hair of it, just a sprig, you know. All right, so here's what we're looking like so far. Now I'm trying to decide what I want to do with my lips. If I want to add anything to the lips or not. Let's see here. These are two of my Pat McGrath lip liners. Is this Deep Void? Deep Void might be too deep. I think, yeah, Deep Void is going to be too deep, so we're not going to use that one. And I think this one's going to be too light. But we shall see. This one I think has a better hopes than Deep Void. So this one is Suburbia. I'm just going to add a little outline to where I already have the gloss on. And then blend it into the gloss. That. I'm going to add just a little bit more of the gloss just for blending purposes. There we go. Actually, yeah, I feel like I need something a little bit more brown, but I think this is not bad. I feel like I'm just getting gloss all over my poor lip liner. area. I like that. It's gonna add a little bit of this brown color. I feel like I need it. And this is, what color are you? Ground Control, Pentagraph Lip Pencil. I'm trying to concentrate on the thinnest outer line, just so that there's some contrast. Yeah, that is just about perfect. Yeah. All right. I am finally happy with that. And now I have not set. Ooh, that was a missed opportunity. I think this will look really nice as the highlight to go with this. This is the Rare Beauty Captivate highlight. Add just a tiny bit. I think I do want to add just a tiny bit. And I know I've already put down my powder, but it's I just can't miss opportunity to use this stuff because I really enjoy it. Let's see. I'm gonna use I don't know, whatever this is. My number 18 rougher brush to kind of diffuse this in this area. And same thing over here. It caused a little bit of a catastrophe of putting it over the powder, but not terrible. And again, this little area of my face is just not cooperating today. Stop growling at me. Almost done. All right. So there is that setting spray. Did I bring a fan in here? Probably not. Why? Because that would be convenient for myself, and I don't do things to make my life easier. Almost as though I go out of my way to make things harder. All right, let's start putting all this stuff away while I wait for this to dry. Okay, so I think that's pretty much it for today. So like I said, final thoughts on these palettes. Where did I put the other one? Where it belongs, in the drawer. So this I'm liking basically all the colors except this one. Now that I've had a chance to play with the colors, I just don't have any use for this particular matte shade. All the rest of the colors are useful. So I think if you're interested in this palette and you're my skin tone, you like a not super in your face kind of look. This is a really nice, like a pretty look, more delicate look, that sort of thing. So I think that this is it, and the colors perform really, really nicely. This palette I will play with on a different day for you so you can see how this one performs. But I really like so far the latter half of this palette. All right, so those are my thoughts on these. And I think that is it for this morning. Hope you guys had a really good time. I know I had a fun time trying on these new things for you on my Thirsty Thursday. So let me know what else you guys want to see, if anything is coming out in the next couple of weeks that you would like me to try for you. And I will see if I get my hands on it. Delivery has been pretty slow lately with almost everything, so I'm going to try to have something consistently um, fairly new or new look or something new about makeup, something on Thursdays for you. All right. So yeah, that's it. In terms of a positive thought for today, what I want you to do is say, if you have a partner, to share something with your partner about your wants. I think a lot of time we get caught up in ourselves and thinking that other people aren't going to like appreciate us for who we are, or think that something that we like is weird or whatever. But we really need to be open and honest with our partners about the things that our hopes, our wishes, our desires. And that's how we build strong relationships. And you never know. Whatever you're interested in might be something that your partner is also interested in, and they just never had the courage to tell you. So make sure that you are being open and honest with your partners about, you know, just what's in your heart. Okay. And I think that's it for today. Let me know in the comments what you want me to try out next. And I will see you guys in my next video. I hope you have a beautiful day.